Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, God. This is loud. Or at least a little. It's a little loud. Not overly loud. Hello. Hi. Welcome, everyone. I am back from my, one day of not streaming. I know, such a long break. I'm so shocked that it took that long. Yeah. Alright. Oh, God. Part of me is still, a little eepy. Oh, no. I'm just still kind of tired. I have been having so much trouble sleeping, the past few days. And it's just... it's catching up to me. I've been going to sleep, but I've been waking up at, 1 a.m. or some shit like that. It's been ridiculous. So, here we are with that. God. All right. Let's get this started. Enough prolonging. Enough banter. Let's play the video game that we're all here for. Is it showing up? Wow, for once it's actually showing up on the first try. No way. No way, question mark. Everything's getting all tangled. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, good. We good? Alright, we're good. Alright, let's play the video game. Continue. Yep. And also, I want to apologize in advance if there's, anyone who hasn't, been watching these, and there's a character here who I have to do a shit impression of. I don't know where I have to go. Game, tell me. Game, tell me. Tell me where I gotta go. I want you to tell me where I'm going. Going to the Shomes is sweet. I don't remember what we're doing here. I don't know what the fuck. 1st of November, Shomes is sweet. Dude, oh, God. Seeing November, I'm fucking, hyper fixating on part 9 of JoJo's. I'm not gonna say anything for people who haven't read it, but the November thing just made me think of it. It's... God. We're back! After, hello? Is that Shomes? Hello, you two! Is that Nope! Hello, Yoda! God damn it. I thought I'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all. Ah, so that's what the delicious smell is. Just... We're 7 minutes into the stream, dude. I could make the obvious blue-haired pronouns joke here, but that's beneath me. Just what? His hair actually just looks like cotton candy now. Okay. Greetings, my dear fellows. You returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Shomes. What's blue with you new? What's new with you? Hello, Mr. Shomes. Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. Turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application. Oh my. It's tonic, I just realized. But pray, tell me, what of our our water friend? Have you garnered some new information? Oh, yeah. Something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest. It most certainly isn't, but still, we discovered that... Shomes! Fucking... Endeavor screaming Shoto. Oh, that... Jesus Christ. Drop everything, Shomes! This is more important! Gina? The fuck you doing here? And also, how'd you do that? Hello? I can't Adam and Eve it. Well, that's a saying? Adam and Eve it? I hate that, but alright. Now, do I have to act? Do I have to, like, actually act? What happened? Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. Dude? It's the boss. Oh, did he leave? What do you mean? Inspector Gregson? The boss is... He's What? Gregson died? What? What? They just found his body, shot with a pistol. What? That's me. That's me for real. But Inspector Gregson, that is a face. He was murdered? No, not Gregsy. Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Yeah, our little shindig can wait. I have to bring out the fucking acting chops, you fucks. All right, Inspector's death. Let's talk about that. That's much more important. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was he was really shot? I don't know much about what happened myself yet. I turned southern for a split second. They're still there investigating the scene. Where did this take place? A little rented room in a building full of flats and Fresno Street. Jesus fuck. The outskirts of town. Nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh. Oh, how strange. The boss he was good to me. He was so good to me. I know I ain't up much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective. Oh, Ginny. It's really hard to do that voice, but sad, because I kind of have to smile to do it. So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? They got him already. Already? They've caught the shooter so soon? Is he just standing there? A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of them. Who? What awful person did this? I still can't believe it myself. Gina? So, who was that? It was the Reaper. Barrick. What are you doing, Barrick? So we're defending Barrick, basically, is what's going to happen here. Wait, is that going to mean that Kazuma's going to be the prosecutor? Shut the fuck up. Or is he going to be his own prosecutor? Because that'd be fucking stupid. That'd be fucking brain dead. But, you know. Here we is. Damn. So he was falsely charged. Wait a minute. You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zykes for it? That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss. No. Lord Van Zykes? Lord Van Zykes? Lord Van Zykes? Lord Van Zykes? Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Barrick Van Zykes the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes. In the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses. And they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They had the gunshot, apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and the Reaper bloke in the room. That's okay. That's not witnesses. That is not witnesses. That is motherfuckers who heard it. That is not witnesses. They heard it. They didn't witness it, motherfucker. So Barrick is completely clean, basically, is what you're telling me by that alone. by that alone. Let's just read that again real quick for the court record. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They heard the gunshot, apparently. So there were actually 0 fucking witnesses. If all they did was hear it. And then when he got there, there was the boss and the Reaper. Fucking, he saw the body. He was investigating. He's a crime. This is stupid. But there's no way Lord Van Sykes would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. I read your face. I'm really sorry. Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Well, I mean, you got a point, but shut up, stupid. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come in all. As soon as you can. You've got to help. Yeah. It's a detective's lot to appear whenever some sinister plot has unfolded. I went into a barrack for a second. Little wonder we all took haggard. Sometimes these things are most too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, huh? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson? Damn. Mr. Naruto, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later, then. Alright. Okay. Inspector Gregson dead. And Lord Van Sykes arrested. Bruno! Susie! We gotta get this shit going! Come on, come on, come on! I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Otto? Yes! Okay, cool, dope. We're gonna leave now. Oh, new location. Is it just the fucking... Yep. Oh, that's not where I was supposed to go first. Oops, 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 oops. 1st of November, room on Fresno Street. Finn made an oopsie. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. Not many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden rented old room is where it happened then. No one else was in the room where it happened. So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes. And the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. Don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigation is taking him elsewhere. Hoy! What do you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. And don't forget to look at the chimney stack, too. Blimey, ain't you lot never gone over an house looking for dough when the owner's out of town? Fucking God, dude. Fuck. Reading her text is like trying to figure out wingdings almost. Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. Hey. Oh, so you turned up at last. Mind you, it ain't been here long myself. Hello again, Gina. Sholmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that. He went prancing around here, pointing at stuff and flicking at all as in the memes just scrapped. I hate... Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one. Not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigated too? Yeah, I actually would, fucko. Listen, Oda. You're a lawyer, right? Yeah? Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you? Oh! Poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Sykes really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Odo, get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here. Thank you, Gina, but I probably should not. Bye. We're gonna go. Hey, Merrick, this is where I'm supposed to be first. 1st of November, local prison, cell 1. There he is. Lord Van Zyke's behind bars. So it's true. He really was arrested. Sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zykes! Fancy meeting you here. Is it really? The last place on Earth I'd like to be, with the last person on Earth I'd like to see. Couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you. But... Forgive me, Lord Van Zykes, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owed it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please! My voice cracked, shut up. There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This? The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, who might that be? Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Hairbrain. Of course, yes, I keep forgetting they went to the same university. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know? Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zykes never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. Even though he blatantly said we're the last person he wants to be near right now. Anyway, so what happened? What happened? Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zykes? What happened? How much do you already know? Basically, fuck all. We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street. And that you were found by the police when they arrived at the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room, no one else was in the room where it happened, and some witnesses heard the gunshot. Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself. But the gunshot! Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you? I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. Also, I heard the noise. I also heard the noise. However, before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers. So he doesn't actually know what happened. If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? I don't need to answer that. Oh, okay, damn, a little hostile. After all, you're not representing me. Is he going to need a... He is going to need a lawyer, though. I may have got that backwards. Shut up. Anyway, so, your defense, bitch. Who's going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zykes? Anyone other than you, I should imagine. Huh. Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Wait. 3... No, 4... Oh, but Hairburn... Or not Hairburn, so 2, 3... right? The last two of the first game, and then the one we tried, well, Trial 2 was in the past, so that would be 4 right there. 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. But he... What? But, wait, there's all the guys we've... For lawyers? Wait, did I read that right? Defense lawyer shy away from a trial in my career, all the... No, defendants. And out of the ones we've acquitted... I realized I went... Fucking Jesus. I went into my own world there. Sorry, I did not mean to be so quiet. Jesus Christ. Surely not. I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you? Maybe. It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? He got a heart attack or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Dowetta. After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean? Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yeah, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now. He is. Yippee. So, it appears our conversation has run dry. There was a 2-second silence, that's all. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. Yeah, I was wondering, Lord Van Zykes, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. You trust me, do you? Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people, so I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in court of law, sadly. Can't be a character witness? The fuck? It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese. But please. I have no intention of engaging your services. Dude. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time. Prick? Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper. Find out more about Lord Van Zykes and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Okay, that was the wrong button. Oops. Okay, so wait, this is dude. This is... Okay, I just want to review everything we have. Red-Headed League. Which I don't think that's ever going to be useful, but who knows. Oh, wait, did I never get this? Professor Mikotoba has wonderful... Oh, dumb. Dark-suited young male, not in the least bit be untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy? I do wish you'd at least called you nice young man. I'm really not sure that would help. Okay, I thought that was gonna be... Okay, I forgot that we signed that. Okay, dismissal notice for dude. Okay. My first thought is that dude is gonna be the killer. I feel like we have an image of our killer, to be honest. But, you know. Okay, let's go straight to the body. Red hair! Oh, brother, one of my own did it! So I suppose this is where the victim... That's right, the rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away. And would probably be under Dr. Scythe's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that bloodstain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Susato-san is strong, though. She's taken this far better than I am. Okay. Well, let's address the elephant. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh! Funnily enough, neither can I. The dead weasel. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is! A bright red hairpiece. Oh, I see what's going on. Motherfucker got red hair. And he's gonna take... Yeah, this comes off. This little thing comes off. He's bald as fuck under here. You're our fucking killer. I've already got it. Eat my shit. That was actually a little aggressive there. I want to apologize. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? And in such a flame-colored red, too. Hey, don't disrespect the color, bro. Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Sorry, I had to itch myself. Exactly. This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it. Red hairpiece. Alright, well, let's investigate it, because I know damn well if it... An action figure. Hold on. Court record. Yep, knew it. Alright, what's under it? Nothing of importance. Damn. I've always wondered what's the underside of a hairpiece looks like. It doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you? I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use a lot of bird lime to keep the place on your head so it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind, I mean. That might be a little inconvenient when you want to take it off again, don't you think? Yeah, a little bit. Anyways, I fucking hate it. This is like, yeah, fuck you. Alright, let me go back to examining. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zyg's playing with something like this. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful, after all, in a way. Cool. And you know what we're gonna do with it? That's right, baby. We're gonna immediately investigate the thing. See if there's anything on it that could maybe be useful. Literally nothing. The helmet of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear. I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yeah, you're right. The head part looks like it's fairly heavily manhandled. Also as if somebody has enjoyed twisting it around for fun. Should we try twisting it around, too? For fun. That's a weapon. What's that? It appears to be some sort of key. It's tiny, though. Couldn't be a key for a door, not at that size. So, what is it for, I wonder? Interesting. That is a tiny-ass key. This looks like some sort of key. Thank you. We just established that. God damn it. Yes, it does. Very tiny and simple key. What's a little key doing inside a figurine of a policeman in the first place? And what's it for? Okay. Well, at least we have that, you know, as a possibility. Let me look at this. Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of Inspector Gregson's family members. Who's on it? What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look at Mr. Naruhodo! Quickly! Why? I knew it! It's bitch! It's bitch! So, okay, I forgot her name, to be perfectly real. What is homegirl's name? Evie Vigil. It's Daily. Daily is the killer. This is just the killer. This right here, that right there, face of a fucking killer. Dead man. Face of a killer. That is the killer. He killed. There's literally everything points to him right now, which honestly makes me doubt that it's him, but I'm gonna keep saying it's him, because literally everything is pointing to him right now. Huh. Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar. We only met her this morning a week ago. It's Mrs. Vigil. I thought he was gonna forget her name. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Miss Vigil here? Mrs. Vigil. To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. Really? You're dumb, bro. I'm sorry to say I have no idea either. Y'all dumb as hell. Y'all dumb as hell, for real. Alright, go back. Gun! This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh my. It is real, I suppose? I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naro. Fire a shot! Shoot me! Shoot me right now! Shoot me in the face! In-game. No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer just to ask someone who might know, I think. Killer's revolver has been entered into the court record. Yippee. Okay. Can we... No. Okay. Cool. Hey, buddy! Excuse me. If you're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. God damn. What about you, dude? How you doing, man? Excuse me. Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir. Right. Perhaps I'd better leave you to your work, then. What about... Hey, dude. How you doing? Excuse me. Inspector Gregson. Oh, sir. Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on the investigating when he's so upset. It looks like some sort of notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Mr. Naruhodo, look! This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes, in fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings? And this one here! Oh, yes, the advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing there? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested. Sorry to yawn. Goddamn. Door? We can't open the door? What the fuck else is there to investigate then? Oh. Top of one of the candles in this holder has been completely blown off. Yes, there's wax splattered on the wall behind it, look. I suppose if a bullet had hit it, it doesn't seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having fire pass through the inspector's body. Now that wax on the walls looks like blood to me. Okay. Interesting. There's more, motherfucker? Oh, let me do the investigating thing that I do. God damn, that got blown to smithereens. Shit. There's some black marks here, look. Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks. So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems. Yes, it would. I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them. Fuck. Yeah, there's nothing else to really look at. Okay. Windows. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? Couldn't even really call it a window anymore. Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least let that you could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. What the fuck else is there, dog? Something down here I'm missing? Because my fat head is blocking the way? Nope, nothing behind my fat head. Ignore that. Just my Discord photo. Oh, fireplace? Why is a fireplace important? An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust, look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. Or nobody lived here at all and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. What else? Just tell me. Oh. I forgot I had to talk with her. Anyway, so Inspector Gregson. Gino, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place? That's what I want to know. It's what, half a year since he got out of the clink? That's when I decided to give up the diving and become a detective instead. Oh, yeah. Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he? Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But it turns out he's a bit of a legend at the Yard. Goodness, really? How have we never known that? Seems he managed to solve some really tricky cases just like that. He did? Yep. And ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the Yard even knows what half the cases he's working on are, apparently. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So, what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? Probably looking for fucking Daily. Mr. Vigilante. Like, I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all. And look where that landed him. Respect for the Reaper? In what way? Because I don't believe that. I heard him say as much. I take my hat off to the fella, were his words. Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper. Yeah, the boss said exactly why he respected the bloke. Or that's why he respected the bloke. I pressed the wrong button, oops. I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such high regard. He said something else to me and all. That I didn't need to worry about the Reaper. Because he only goes after people what are bad. I did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that. Right. So let's talk about his death. What is this place, then? Does anyone live here? Apparently it's been rented by some cove called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. It's a sort of here today, gone tomorrow name, that, isn't it? Yeah, he's what we call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him. I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say that this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever. Right? All the lads at the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation, but there's so little here. No one knew what to do with themselves. They're also just kind of grieving, but I do wonder. Yes, Mrs. Otto? Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact the inspector himself? I kind of fucked the lineup, but I recovered? What? How could that be? Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his. I'd never even considered that, really? Nice work, Suze. We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves. You are? If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it. We should really investigate this place in detail. I already did, motherfucker. I see that's where the poor inspector was found. Over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. Damn. Sorry, thought I had to burp. Apparently, the bullet went right through him and struck the candle tree on the wall. Oh, yeah, it's on a Candle's apartment, apparently. And the gun used is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's, isn't it? No denying that. What? Really? How do you know that? Take it easy! I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes, them big old anime eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him? A bigwig lawman, is it? Of course it is. Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There were some street sellers just outside who had the gunshot. Oh, but don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They'll be getting the grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. Lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for a grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. What else do we have to investigate here, motherfucker? Oh, we're leaving. We are leaving! I can't stop it. I can't stop. Okay, motherfucker. I wanted to go to where I wanted to go. Thursday, November, British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's office. You've made good time. Oh. I took an express train back to London. Oh, I took an express train back to London. I know who that is, motherfucker. I can hear Lord Strongheart, can you? Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone. Yeah, Cosimo, motherfucker. Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train so I could check all the paperwork. It's Cosimo-sama! Does he have two swords? That's sick.
Ah, your timing is impeccable.
It is?
No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry.
Yes. I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart.
No, he fucking did it.
I'm convinced he's gonna say that. That Lord Van Sykes could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson.
I believe in only the facts. And the fact in this case points to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Sykes for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective.
Oh, no, surely not!
It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow, the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable process.
So does that mean the trial is tomorrow? Big shocker.
Precisely. Oh, in fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions.
Oh yeah, I've never met you, sir. Hello. Kind sir. Kazuma, hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Where's your headband? You look fucking stupid without it. No, you don't, but it feels empty. But of course, you're already acquainted, aren't you?
Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings as a prosecutor, leading the prosecution.
Damn, I have to go up against my boyfriend? That's crazy. Wait. What? Kazuma?
As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law.
Kazuma-sama? A prosecutor? Can we talk to him? Get the fuck out of my way!
I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but
It'll be all right now. Has your memory completely returned?
yes, completely. I remember everything,
Oh, his theme!
including what I was coming here to do.
Right. Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. I think there was more to that line that I just kind of skipped. Let me check. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia? What did that say? No, that was just the end of it. Okay.
It was the voice.
The voices!
This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London. That's where your destiny awaits.
Oh. I was fucking kidding about the voices, dude.
It was that voice that guided me here to London.
I'm so sorry for what's happened.
Anyway, my memory might have returned to me, but there's something that won't return to the way it was before.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon.
Ganani! I want to talk to my boyfriend. I don't want to talk to this old guy. Alright, tomorrow's trial!
I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no. People all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds.
There's no salvation for anyone in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now the Reaper himself must stand in the dock?
Quite so. The public want answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths.
But Lord Van Sykes firmly denies any involvement in such matters, and you were also completely okay with that until this, fucker. And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent.
That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least, until now.
Ganani?
No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history.
Okay. Let's talk about Prosecutor Asogi. So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow. I almost said protecting for some reason.
That's right.
But He's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart.
Not anymore, bitch. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be razor sharp as a prosecutor. But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain.
It was my personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial.
You asked for this? But why?
It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you?
How did he know? God, he can still read my mind. Oh, it's so hot. Sorry.
Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation.
Yeah, we're working on that. Working on the legal. I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. Seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact.
You were quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as a judiciary closing ranks.
So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution.
Ryunosuke, let's see how your skills have been honed. After practicing law in this land for so many months.
Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend.
My boyfriend. My love.
Okay, cool. The killer's gun. Oh, yeah, we noticed there was a gun at the scene of the Inspector Gregson's death. I keep wanting to say the inspector is his name. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zykes?
That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene.
Well, the thing is, she wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know. That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. I completely forgot it. Be direct. Oh, never mind. Be direct.
It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes. Which includes my prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine. I don't know why I added my. I read my, so I just said my. God damn it.
In that case, it could actually have belonged to the victim.
No, Gregson had his gun on his person.
What about Lord Van Zykes?
He claims it's currently not in his possession.
Of course he doesn't. What?
According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious.
But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's is no proof that it's actually his. I didn't even do the voice.
No, of course not.
Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Van Zykes. Motherfucker better let us fucking defend him, dumbass. It doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart.
Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery.
You telling me to sit the fucking bench, bitch? The bench, bitch? Prick? Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Hold it! Oh god, I haven't heard my voice in so long. Ah!
Before you go, Ryunosuke.
Oh, what is it, Kazuma? What is it, babe?
I just wanted to thank you.
Kazuma-sama, what?
You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection.
You always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you.
Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here.
Oh?
I actually have a favor to ask.
Which is...
This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me. As the defense counsel!
Why? What's this all about?
I know you have what it takes.
But Lord Van Zykes would never put his fate in my hands.
On the contrary, he recognizes your talent.
He does?
It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this.
Oh, it's fucking Clint. Oh, no, I feel bad. Oh, it's Clint. That's Lord Van Zykes and Inspector Gregson and Clint. In a photograph that must have been taken some time ago by the look of it. He's smiling. Who's the third person? That's Clint, you fucking dumb shit.
It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office.
In Gregson's office, you mean?
Yes. What I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it.
Gregson's photograph has been entered into the court record. I don't know why that's going to help him. I don't understand. Why are you giving me this?
Just hurry, Ryunosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over.
What are you doing, Kazuma? He's got some fucking scheme. He's got his own elaborate, mischievous scheme he's been planning. 1st of November, local prison cell 1. It's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain. Sorry.
Lord Van Zykes is still reading that letter.
We've been gone quite some time, though. Either he's incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. Might even be able to read English faster than he can.
I was intending to ignore you entirely, but I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. Oopsies.
I've had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time.
So that whole thing about them not really to give information. Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow.
Which is none of your business.
So, have you found a lawyer?
How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This is nothing to do with you.
In other words,
no.
We were just talking to Lord Strongheart, and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided.
I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want it to be a surprise?
It's going to be Kazuma Asogi. Asogi! That made the color drain on his face. You know, the little of it. Well then, it seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all. Asogi. 10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asogi.
Did you not know that Kazuma was Asogi? Did you not know that Kazuma was an Asogi? Genshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father.
So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me on some kangaroo court.
I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does. No doubt he knew the young man's true identity from the outset.
But what could he have been hoping to achieve?
And let's not
forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that?
Asogi. That name is the very epitome of my bane.
The bane that is you Nipponese. Right, your hatred of all us Japanese. Because one guy killed your brother. The Nipponese Bane. I just sorry. I just thought of like Bane from The Dark Knight, but just like Bane in general, just like the character, but instead of being like Mexican or Spanish, he's just like Japanese. The Japanese Bane. You have my permission to die. I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer, the so-called professor. Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard. And that was Genshin Asogi? Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous at the extreme to me, but none of us saw the true nature of the man. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Sorry, the theme. This... Damn. Okay. So I lost everything when it happened. Did I press square accidentally? I want to make sure. Okay. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over wrong. Oh, how awful. To avenge my brother, I prosecuted Inasoki's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered something. The ascribed prosecutor until he consented. What do you mean by ascribed prosecutor? The man in charge of the professor case inquiry, Lord Mael Strongheart. Oh. Wait, what? Lord Strongheart? He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the one person to whom I felt indebted. I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor. I definitely didn't have a stroke. Anyway, time passed, but then earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you? And of all things, as a lawyer. I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese. I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it. And I can understand why now I know the history. But in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his. The Reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow. Damn. I mean, it makes sense, kind of, but... Inspector Gregson. Gregson's transfer to the Paris Police Prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month. But he'll never make it to France now. That's a tragedy. Oh, yeah, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he? I thought they were going to flashback and I would voice Gregson one last time. I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean. It's the first time I've ever encountered it. Oh! The Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put the arrangement in place.
Sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed.
I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at the Scotland Yard. Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made. What sort of approach? After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy. Oh my, 10 years ago? Why is that so surprising? Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time and rarely performed. And my brother was, of course, a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigation made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death. So, you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then. And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life. I don't have confidence in anyone. Oh. And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London. I cannot wait to tell him how wrong he is. What really went on between Lord Van Sykes and Gregson, I wonder? What was the true nature of their relationship? Well, that doesn't matter. Let's talk about your gun! About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene. Ah, yes. It's not mine. Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is. Yeah, well, common opinion is stupid. What do you expect me to say to that? Oh, sorry. Lord Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm? As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true. When did you lose it, then? That, I don't know. Oh, yippee! I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps. Do you not use your fucking gun ever? You have something in common with Lord Van Sykes after all, Mr. Naruhodo. The talent for misplacing things. Fuck you. No. This has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it, bitch. Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese. Oh dear. The rift is very wide, isn't it? So it's not decisive evidence, clearly, but it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Anyway, so let's tell you how you're fucking wrong about your relationship with the dude. Anyway, so here's this. Lord Van Sykes, we came by this old photograph. Where did you get that? It was taken when I became... Oh, shit. It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost. Is the man on the left there? Yes, that's my brother, Clint. I mean, I knew that, but they look very similar. Also, Clint is hot. Sorry, that's the truth. It had to be, really. Apparently, this picture was prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that? Respect? That's nonsense. No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less. Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you. Feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief little twinkle. A brief little twink. Ooh. Hello! Hello, Briz CG, welcome! An insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the stone-cold Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh my god, he didn't call me a Nipponese for once. Holy shit. Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name. I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. But there's still one thing I'm willing to believe in. What's that? That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth. Lord Van Zykes. From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now. I couldn't deny it. I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese who has absolute integrity as a lawyer. There are only two other men I've known with the same look in their eyes. My brother, Clint, and Genshin Asogi. The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way. In case you forgot. Why did I have to say it? When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me. You mean this photograph? You mean the only one I've ever showed you? Back then, I was able to laugh. I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I looked to the future with hope. Sorry, I didn't mean to p. Since then, I've prosecuted myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe. I'm so sorry. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it. In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me? Fuck yeah! Of course I will. It would be an honor. I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruhodo. Then my life is in your hands. Well, isn't this a turn, right? For Lord Van Zykes, it must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask, which is why I simply cannot let the man down. Tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old boyfriend Kazuma, I'm going to stick with this until the day I fucking die. Oh, is that it? Is that it?
To be continued, that's it. Holy shit. Holy balls. I would like to save my progress, and we're probably going to end here just because I really want to...
Because I feel like I can do the trial all in 1 or 2 streams. So that's kind of what I want to do. I'll be perfectly real. So we'll save this. Then go back. Yeah, bad timing, honestly. But here's the thing. I feel weirder about like segmenting these off, like weird than doing longer streams. So I would rather just do it now and then do a longer stream for the trial whenever I can get to that. But yeah, I'm gonna end here because I got shits I needs to do. So yeah. Thank you all for coming by. I have a stream tomorrow. Overwatch. I don't know how well that's gonna go. It's Overwatch. It's like a fucking coin toss of how good that's going to be. So, yeah, we're gonna stream now. Bye bye. Have fun with your lives. I don't know what you're doing.